Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at AI and automation, but with a twist. We're going to focus on how you can use this tech to really supercharge your business.
Yeah, you've sent us some really interesting interviews with entrepreneurs and AI experts. Should be some really good lessons we can pull out of this.
Definitely. We've got Tony at Leania.ai, that's Leania.ai, and he's been researching why small businesses, struggle with actually using AI. And then we'll hear from a few entrepreneurs who are facing similar challenges to you guys.
And what's so interesting here is that they all seem to be struggling with the same thing. They're overwhelmed, right? There's just too much to do and not enough time.
Like they're juggling a million things at once. They know AI and automation could be the key, right?
Yeah.
To free up their time so they can focus on what really matters. But where do you even start?
And that's what we're going to be diving into. We'll break down some of those challenges, look at the specific pain points, and then, of course, talk about solutions.
All right, let's start with marketing and content creation. That seems to be a huge time suck, at least for everyone that we've heard from so far.
Yeah, it's a struggle for pretty much everyone. We talked to this one entrepreneur, let's call her Anna, and she runs a successful clothing boutique. But she's always got to be creating fresh content for social media, her website, email marketing, you name it.
Yeah, she's like a one-woman marketing machine.
And it's just too much. She's drowning in tasks.
And she's not alone. We talked to, let's call him Ben.
Mm-hmm.
He runs a digital marketing agency.
Okay.
And he was saying the same thing, managing, it's exhausting. I mean, you can totally burn out if you're not careful. We talked to Chloe, she runs a coaching business, and she was saying she's losing clients because she doesn't have the bandwidth. She can't respond to every inquiry she gets.
That's another big pain point, right? Customer service. So many entrepreneurs, they wish they had a system where their potential clients could get answers to their questions right away or book an appointment, maybe even get personalized recommendations.
24/7.
Yeah, exactly, without having to wait for a response, like having a virtual assistant who's always on.
Right.
Now, AI-powered chatbots and virtual assistants, those are possible solutions, but as a lot of these entrepreneurs were saying, finding the right tools and getting them to work with their current workflows, that's another challenge in itself.
Totally. And then there's data analysis and reporting. We talked to, let's say, David. He owns a chain of fitness studios.
Okay.
And he spends hours every month compiling data from different sources, making reports, and just trying to figure out what it all means.
Oh, yeah.
He knows there are valuable lessons hidden in all that data, but he doesn't have the time, or the expertise to really uncover them.
That's so common, especially for businesses that are growing quickly. There's just so much data. It can be really overwhelming.
Definitely. So we've got entrepreneurs feeling swamped with marketing, customer service, and data analysis. What other pain points came up in these interviews?
Scheduling and admin were definitely high on the list. Emily, she's a freelance graphic designer, and she was talking about how hard it is to manage her calendar, book appointments, and all those little administrative tasks that take time away from her, creative work.
Yeah, it's like she needs a personal assistant who can handle all the tedious stuff so she can focus on the work that she loves.
Exactly. And then, of course, there's travel arrangements. Felix, he's a consultant, travels all the time for client meetings.
Oh, yeah.
And he spends hours booking flights, hotels, transportation.
It sounds like AI could help streamline that whole process.
Exactly. And, that kind of sums up what we heard from all these entrepreneurs. They want personalized solutions that work seamlessly with what they're already doing and actually solve their problems.
It's not just about, using AI for the sake of it. It's about finding the right tools and strategies that make their lives easier and help them reach their goals.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to keep exploring. We'll look at what's worked for these entrepreneurs, the solutions they've found, and what they've learned along the way.
And we'll make sure to connect those insights back to your business so you can see where AI and automation can make the biggest difference for you.
Stay tuned. We're just getting started. So it's amazing how many different ways people are using AI and automation.
It really is. Before the break, we were talking about how a lot of entrepreneurs are trying to do everything themselves. And, that's just not going to work forever.
Exactly. They need to find the right tools and strategies. So let's look at some of the successes that these entrepreneurs have had. One that really stood out was, let's say, Gina. She owns a bakery, and she was really struggling with online orders, customer questions, and social media, all at the same time.
Oh, wow. I can only imagine especially during the holidays or rush hour. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot for her. So she found this AI-powered chatbot, and it works with her online ordering system and social media.
Okay, so how did that help her?
Well, it answers common questions about the menu, it takes orders right through Facebook Messenger, and even handles like basic customer service stuff.
So she's not tied to her phone all the time.
Right. She can focus on baking and managing her team.
That's fantastic. It sounds like that chatbot really changed things for her.
Oh, totally. It's helped increase her online orders, customers are happier, and she's got way less work to do.
That's a win-win for everyone. What about Harry? He runs an e-commerce store, right?
Yeah, Harry's story is really interesting. He actually ended up building his own AI system for inventory management.
Wait, he built it himself. I thought we were talking about using, like, existing tools.
Right, but sometimes a custom solution is what you need to solve a specific problem, and Harry actually has a tech background.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so his AI system looks at his sales data, predicts what people are going to buy, and then automatically orders more from his suppliers.
So he never runs out of stock.
Exactly. No more out-of-stock messages for his customer.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
So we've got Gina using a chatbot and Harry building his own AI. Sounds like there's not a one-size-fits-all approach here.
You got it. And that's what makes all of this so interesting. It's about finding what works best for your business, your tech skills, and your budget. Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Irene? She's a consultant, and she's always on the go for meetings. She was trying to automate her travel, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Irene's a great example of how AI can really simplify those super time-consuming tasks.
Yeah.
You know, she was spending hours just looking up flights, hotels, transportation. It was taking away from time she could be working with clients.
I feel that. I hate spending hours looking for the best travel deals.
Sure.
What did she end up doing?
She found this AI travel assistant. It actually learns what she likes over time.
Oh, wow. So it knows her preferences.
Yeah, like what airlines she prefers, her favorite hotels, even things like loyalty programs and travel rewards.
That's impressive. So how does it work?
It's really easy to use. She just tells it where and when she needs to go, and it puts together a whole itinerary for her. Flights, hotels, even ground transportation.
So it basically handles everything.
Pretty much. And if her flight gets delayed or something changes, the AI automatically updates everything and sends her real-time updates.
That's awesome. I need to get one of those.
Yeah,
These AI tools are really changing the game for entrepreneurs.
definitely. And then there's Jake. He runs a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
He was having a tough time figuring out how many people he needed to schedule for each shift. He found an AI tool that analyzes his sales data and figures out how many staff he needs.
Wow. So he's using AI to predict how busy his restaurant's going to be?
Exactly. That way he always has the right amount of staff, customers are happy, and he's not overspending on labor.
That's so smart. This is making me think about how important it is for these tools to work with what you're already using. Like,
Yeah.
what good is Jake's scheduling tool if it doesn't work with his payroll system, right?
You're so right. Seamless integration is super important for any AI tool. In fact, Kevin, who's a marketing consultant, had a lot of trouble with that.
Well, what happened with Kevin?
He chose the social media management tool. It was supposed to automate everything, content, scheduling, reports, the whole 9 yards, but it just didn't work with his social media accounts and analytics.
Thus, I hate when that happens.
It was a mess. He spent more time trying to make the tool work than he was actually saving.
That's a good reminder for everyone listening. Don't just pick any AI tool. Do your research, read reviews, and make sure it works with your current setup.
Exactly. And you have to think about how much customization you need. Some tools are super flexible, others are more rigid.
Right. What was it? Laura, the one who does the personalized gift boxes, she needed an AI system that could do a lot of different things, like analyze customer data, recommend gifts, even design the packaging.
Yeah, Laura's a great example of when you might need a custom-built AI solution. Nothing off the shelf was going to work for her, so she actually hired some AI developers to build her a system.
So she invested in a solution that was specifically for her business.
Exactly, and it's been really successful. Her AI gift recommendations have boosted sales, customers are happier, and she's saving a ton of time because the packaging design is automated.
This makes me realize that you really need to understand your business goals before you even start looking at AI solutions.
Totally. It's not just about having AI, it's about using it in a way that helps you achieve your objectives.
So we've seen how AI can help with everything from customer service and inventory to marketing and travel.
And we talked about finding the right tools, making sure they work with your existing systems, and figuring out how much customization you need.
But before we move on, I think we should talk about the people involved too. We haven't really talked about the human side of AI.
That's a great point. We've talked a lot about the technical side of things, but AI is a tool. It's the people who are making the decisions and using it that matter.
Right. In the next part, let's dive into that human element.
Sounds good to me.
Welcome back. We've been talking about all the cool ways entrepreneurs are using AI, to really take their businesses to the next level.
Yeah, it's been really interesting to hear about the challenges they're facing and how they're finding solutions using AI.
Absolutely. But before we wrap up, I think we need to talk about the human side of things, right?
Oh, for sure. AI can do a lot. It can automate tasks and analyze data, but it can't replace like the human touch. You still need creativity and intuition to be successful in business.
Exactly. One thing that kept coming up in these interviews was this fear that, AI is going to take everyone's jobs.
It's a valid fear, right? People are worried about becoming obsolete.
Yeah, but what was interesting was that a lot of them actually found that AI, when used the right way, can actually create new opportunities for their teams.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like we talked to Maria, she manages the customer support team for a software company, and she was like really hesitant about using AI chatbots at first. She was worried about people losing their jobs.
Oh, I bet. So what happened when she actually started using them?
It was totally the opposite of what she expected. The chatbots took care of all the routine questions, and that freed up her team to focus on more like complex issues, the stuff that actually requires human empathy and problem solving.
Oh, wow. So instead of replacing jobs, the AI actually made their jobs better.
Exactly. Her team became more specialized, their skills were more valuable, and they could provide even better service to customers.
That's a great example of how AI can really make work more fulfilling.
Yeah. We also talked to Nathan. He runs a marketing agency, and he was worried that AI would make his team's creative skills useless.
I mean, there are so many AI tools out there that write ad copy and stuff.
Right. But what he realized was that AI can actually be a great tool for inspiration and collaboration.
Oh, interesting.
So he started using AI to analyze marketing trends, generate content ideas, and even give his team creative suggestions for ad campaigns.
So instead of replacing creativity, it actually boosted their creativity.
Exactly. They were able to create better work in less time, and they felt more empowered in their roles.
These stories show that it's important to think of AI as a partner, not a threat. It's here to help us, not replace us.
Totally. It's not about replacing humans. It's about freeing us up to focus on the things that really make us human,
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's important to think about the ethical side of things too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. AI is a powerful tool, so we need to be responsible.
We talked to Olivia, she runs an e-commerce platform, and she brought up a good point about data privacy.
Right. We can't forget about that.
Mm-hmm. She wants to use AI in a way that respects her customers and keeps their data safe.
Yeah, AI can personalize experiences and make recommendations, but we have to be careful with how we use customer data.
Exactly. People need to know how their data is being used,
Yeah.
Transparency and trust are so important.
Absolutely. Peter, who uses AI for hiring, was talking about how algorithms can be biased.
Oh, that's so true. An AI system is only as good as the data it learns from, right? If the data is biased, the AI will be biased too.
Exactly. We have to be really careful about the data we use and keep an eye out for any unintended consequences.
It's like anything, right? AI is a tool. It can be used for good or bad.
It's our responsibility to use it ethically.
That's a great point to end on, I think.
Yeah. AI and automation, they have the potential to change everything about how we work and live.
But we need to be smart about it and make sure we're using it to make the world a better place.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you learned some things about how you can use AI to grow your business.
And don't be afraid to experiment. Start small, see what works for you, and who knows what amazing things you might achieve.